Sir Early ANC, another one for the ladies. Hey, look, don't come at me with no goddamn size matters because I break beds and I break backs. Fuck around and play with me talking about size. You gonna be needing a fucking walker or a wheelchair after I'm done with you. Goddamn Mike Tyson, that goddamn pussy.
On Tayomi, and we're talking about sex, baby. More specifically, penis size.
Yes.
First things first. Does penis size matter?
Yes, penis size does matter. And what's interesting is that most people, men and women, believe that size matters as far as how big a man is. But really, why size matters is because you have different penis sizes, different penis shapes, and different vaginal sizes and different vaginal shapes. Now, you do have the average.
Like I was saying when I first started this shit, I'm fucking King Cock. I'll break your back and break the bed. Fuck around and play with me about some goddamn does size matter. I'll fuck around and have you in a fucking wheelchair or walker fucking with me.
Average, which is interesting because people seem to think that an average size penis is actually small, but it's not. And that comes from programming from pornography. You know,
Okay.
of course they cast the guys with the biggest cocks, right? Because it's appealing and it appeals to the male fantasy of having like a hard, big, strong rod, right?
Yeah.
But the average penis is way more than enough to satisfy a woman when it's used, in a way that's tactful. 5 inches to 6.5 inches when fully erect, and about 3 to 4 inches in circumference. That's a nice penis.
Wow.
That's a
Wow.
nice penis. But for some reason, men, well, I mean, we already said it's pornography programming, right? Men get hung up in this, I have to be big in order to satisfy her. And what I've heard more often than anything is men with big penises saying, I have a hard time because A, either women can't take it, B, women are afraid of it, or C, I can't fit all the way in, or I can't
Mm.
fit traditional condoms or whatever. So, as much as the average size guy has these issues with viewing himself as enough, there are guys who are well endowed that are like, my sex life sucks.
Yeah, having problems of their own. And what you're
Exactly.
saying actually matches our poll results because 88% of you guys said that you actually preferred the average size, which is in that 4 to 7 inch mark. So can you talk about what the average guys have up on the other sizes, maybe?
Well, this is the main thing that the average size guys have over the well endowed guys is that they fit perfectly within the vaginal canal. Average guys, they fit perfectly without like bruising the cervix or without, feeling like he's forcing himself in. And then, of course, women can allow a little more in by breathing deeply and relaxing their pelvic muscles. And that, of course, takes training. But the average guys, like, you don't have to force your way in. It's not going to be as intimidating as coming upon a 9 incher and you're like, whoa, hold on, I wasn't expecting all of that.
So what are some positions if you're a smaller guy that you can do to please your woman?
So the main thing you want to focus on if you are a smaller guy is making sure that you narrow the vaginal canal. So any sex positions where the legs are placed close together, it makes it a tighter fit. One of my favorites is when a woman's a missionary and the legs are placed together and they're thrown up in the air and over one shoulder or
Okay.
the other. And it makes it easier because her legs are not in the way and he can get closer to her pelvis.
And if you're a woman who's with a larger endowed man, what would you recommend that they do if they're having some difficulties in their positioning?
Very first thing is men have to realize like the control is everything. You can't just be going all deep and fast.
Y'all hear that? Deep and fast, that's not just it. Okay.
It's not just it, especially when you are over 7 inches. Just the tip. Okay. Oh, just the tip. Introduce the tip. Just introduce the head with the introitus or the entrance of the vagina and just kind of like, dip in and out and just introduce because the vagina is smart too. And if it perceives a threat of mass destruction coming towards it,
Yeah.
it's gonna like, clamp up, it's gonna get dry, it's gonna, try to protect itself. So positions where the vagina can be widened are really important. And also, I mean, woman on top, if you're on top, you can actually control the depth at which, you're being penetrated. It's gonna be quite deep,
Yeah.
but you can
Take it
still
down
control
slow,
Right.
ladies. Take it down slow.
In missionary, when she's lying on her back, if she puts her feet flat and she kind of spreads her knees apart, that widens the vagina a little bit, and then she can raise her pelvis up towards him and control that. But also, if he's doing a little too much, she can just like snap her knees closed, like, hold on, wait a minute, this is doing too much. And really, it's all about becoming comfortable, because once the vagina is comfortable and it perceives like, this penis is not being a threat, then she begins to open up more. She begins to water more.
Well, thank you so much. This was such a fun conversation. And if you guys want to watch more, make sure you
eyes. So I looked at the research, and the research is really interesting. I'm going to bust some myths right from the word go. There's little to no evidence that size is related to shoe size, nor is it related to ethnicity, race, nor is it related to sexual orientation. So we can bust those myths right from the word go. Now, the best information I found was from Bruce King's article, excellent review, and I've got that listed above and also linked below. So if you want to get the information that a lot of the information that I've got for this video, you can refer to that. So the first thing that I found out was that most research has been self-reported. So that
Yo, I'm gonna pause this to say whoever tuned in, go sub to Friendly Extortion 101. Y'all go do that now while we take this brief second. Go subscribe to Friendly Extortion 101. You all gonna love his platform. Great debates, great topics. He for the people, he talk to the people, he indulge. You get what I'm saying? People get on the panel, speak their side about things. Ladies, you all gonna love that platform. Friendly Extortion 101. Go sub to his channel right now. Go do that right now. Friendly Extortion 101. Y'all go sub right now. Go do that.
means that researchers have asked for like a postal vote to say, what's your size? So really like, how big was the fish that you caught? So it was open to any sort of response from respondents. And you can also imagine that only certain men would respond, and maybe as larger size men. So looking further into this, I actually found the information from the real clinical studies that have been done. And this is when size, and I'm talking about excited size so that I can get this video through YouTube. I'm talking about excited size. Most men think that excited size is this big. So 6 inches, So 6 inches and above. That's what the average male thinks. However, when the clinical researchers looked into actual size and measured it in the clinic rather than self-reporting, this is what they found. And I'm going to show you the difference here. So they actually found that actual size is 5.1 to 5.5 inches. So this is the
I know y'all like why he keep pausing this shit, but I'm a real individual. I'm sorry. You all also go subscribe to Talking with Tommy D. That's his name right there. Y'all go sub to him right now. Great brother. He a great advocate for drug addiction and mental illnesses. Y'all go subscribe to him. A great brother. He's trying to damn help people and stuff. Go subscribe to him. Talking with Tommy D. Y'all go sub to him. Know y'all tired of me pausing this, but hey, I'm real, man. I'm sorry. Y'all go sub to those two brothers. Friendly Extortion 101 and Talking with Tommy D.
actual size, but this is where men think excited size is. So in Bruce's article, he actually says that this is leading to some big issues for men in terms of self-esteem, in terms of actually getting surgical enhancements that are really dangerous and not recommended by the American Urological Society. So this is a really big problem that's not well discussed. So now back to my research, which is what you want to hear, I'm sure. What do women really think? So out of the 25 women that I surveyed, and this was a survey of women from 21 years, and I did have one respondent, a bit of an outlier. She was 87 years old. These women were married and unmarried. You can actually read the results or read the description of the survey below, and I'll put a link to that article as well. So the results were overwhelmingly for women, size does not matter. 21 out of the 25 respondents said no, size does not matter. There was one woman that was sitting on the fence, and there were another 3 that actually said size does matter. Now, let's have a look at their real comments, and then I'm going to share with you my own views of what I've learned from this research and maybe some take-home messages too, some key take-home messages for you guys. Okay, so let's move to the comments. I'm going to reveal the first comments. I'll reveal the ones that were actually the yes. I'm going to reveal 2 of these comments to you. The first one was yes, size matters, feels heaps better and more pleasurable. This was a woman. The second yes was yes, it does matter. I don't think I'll get pleasure because of society norms. And this was a woman aged 22.
Say goodbye to daily.
The on the fence sitter was to the question, size does matter. She said, yes, size does matter because it's a lot more pleasurable in a sensory way. But there's a lot more to great intimacy than size. And this was a woman aged 49 years old. Now, finally, with the respondents that actually said no, size does not matter, I've actually had to categorise this because this became evident that there were a certain number of themes coming through to what actually did matter to women. And this is what they said to me. The first theme I'll put under self-confidence and technique. This was a first responder from a 56-year-old woman. Totally size does not matter. It is the heart that matters, the inside bit. People need to be comfortable with their form. Another one along these lines. No, I've experienced different sizes, and to be honest, the best involves other parts. Knowing a woman's body is what matters, because once that is understood, size does not matter at all. And that was a woman aged 39. Another comment along these lines. If you're big and don't know how to use it, it's pretty pointless. If you're small but know how to use it, it's fantastic regardless of size. And finally, along this particular theme, size doesn't really matter. More important is technique, honesty, and passion. Okay, so we've got that first theme of self-confidence and technique. The second theme was enjoyment, and what mattered to women was enjoyment. And one woman, age 69, says, his size doesn't matter. It's about pleasure and fun. And the average woman doesn't have a tape measure in their pocket. Now, finally, this was quite surprising to me. A number of women actually mentioned physical comfort and discomfort associated with large size. And this is what they said. One woman actually who responded to me via YouTube email, I'm 48. Size matters after a hysterectomy and pelvic floor repairs. I'm shallow. I can definitely not handle anything too large comfortably. And I think this is a really important comment because the major surgery in women is hysterectomy. So we need to think about the fact that large size can be causing issues for women that have undergone pelvic surgery. And let's face it, this
Hey, it's Veroni Anderson. Welcome to my channel. As you know, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that my videos are unedited. That's because I wanted to keep them real. I want to show my true self, right? And I just want to have a conversation with you. So tonight my topic is, does size really matter? This has been a topic that has been discussed for years, and I just want to share my point of view too, or have a conversation about it, and hope you could, have a conversation with me too about it in the comments, right? So does size really matter? What do you think? What do you think? As a woman, does it matter to you? As a man, of course, the man wants to have a big size, but as a woman, does size matter to you, right? I think it does matter, but I'm going to tell you my opinion.
I know goodness goddamn well she ain't just put that goddamn both of them cucumbers in her mouth. Y'all know goodness well I'm ready to rewind that. I'm ready to rewind that shit. She just put, just watch.
Right? I think it does matter, but I'm going to tell you my opinion. Size matter to you, right? I think it does matter, but I'm going to tell you my opinion.
Yo, is this myth trying to tell me something? Yo, is this myth trying to tell me something? I'm sorry, I have to rewind this shit again. That shit looks sexy to me how she do that shit, yo. Fuck all of that.
Size matter to you, right? I think it does matter, but as a man, of course, the man wants to have a big size, but as a woman, does size matter to you, right? I think it does matter, but I'm going to tell you my opinion. Size, of course, matters to me because I feel if you have the man have a big penis, right? Your vagina. If it's too big, you could ask him to kind of take it out, right? He could take it out, pull back, don't go too hard, don't stroke.
She got a big pussy.
Kind of
That's what it
work your way
is.
around it. I know
She got a
some
big
woman is
ass
going to say
pussy.
that
That's
their
all it
vagina
is.
is too small,
A
but
deep
goddamn it,
pussy.
if a baby could come out of it, that shit is resilient. 6 pound, 10 pounds, even some 12-pound baby have come out of a vagina. Those vagina is very resilient. But I do understand that certain women, right? Every woman we're different. Some women are really vagina is really small, and some not so small. So that could make a difference. And I'm not talking about people who
Y'all already
have
know.
pain. This is
I'm gonna be in her
especially people
DM.
who experience pain during sex, right? I'm talking about people who doesn't have pain during sex. So of course, as I was saying, if the penis is too big, you could take it out, take your time and stroke it, and come up with a different method. The woman could, change her position. Don't do doggy style because that will hurt. Don't maybe put your foot over the shoulder because that will hurt. But you could do certain things to just accommodate, just to make it better. And you could also talk to your partner, right? That's my opinion. But if you have a small size, you put it in, right?
Small size matters, huh? Yo, yo, this woman a freak, yo. I'm gonna be all in her DM, yo. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be all in her DM, and then I'm gonna see do size really matter with her when I break her back in.
And you want more, there is no thing that you could do with it extra. Yeah, of course, I guess the guy could set certain style just to make it works for them or make you feel better, right? But if you're a like me who like to feel a little pressure, I think pressure, I like to just feel pressure inside. I like to feel when the penis fit. I like when it fit. I like when there is some little stretch and I feel like there is something in. I don't like when something go in and I have to wonder, did you put it in? Right? Or I have to ask to take it out again and put it in because I'm not feeling it. I want to feel it because in the back of your vagina, you have pressure sensitive, like the nerve ending is pressure sensitive. It's not touch sensitive, right? Because as I said, I don't know if I talked to you guys about it before. So in the back of your vagina, it's pressure sensitive. So when you wear Tampax and stuff, you ever wonder why you don't feel it, is because the nerve ending there is pressure sensitive. So when something big goes in and put pressure, it feels good to you. It feels good to you, right? So that's why we don't feel Tampax, because the back of a vagina is pressure sensitive, the nerve ending, right? And the front is touch sensitive. So that's why people like edge right here of your vagina. They will like edge it and you feel good because it's touch, the nerve ending right there. It's touch sensitive, right? So they put the edge, the vagina, like just put the penis or your finger. You put your finger, right? I'm masturbating.
Hit that cash
Put your
out.
finger right here and you play with it and it feels good because it is touch sensitive, right? So back to my it does size matter. Does size matter to you? So in the vagina, right? I know people like to talk about the G spot, G spot, G spot, but let's get over the G spot for a minute, and we're going to talk about the AF zone, and that is oh shit, I forgot the AF zone. I messed it up. The anterior phoenix zone, right? That's the area. It's very sensitive and it's right before your cervix. So when the penis, the big penis, the thick penis, oh my God, goes in, right? And put that pressure right there and start to like stimulate it based on how different, based on how you are positioned, right? Because certain position, it reached that little AF zone really quickly, really right there. So when they're pushing the bigger penis, when they're pushing it in, right? The pressure and stimulating it.
She horny as
Good.
hell too, talking
Okay,
about
so
that
good.
shit.
So to me, size does matter because imagine, look at this, to this.
Oh my god, motherfucker.
I could put the whole
What
of
the
this in my
fuck?
mouth. I could put the whole of this in my mouth. Compared to this, I would have to like play with this. But a guy would have to be like really blessed. I could put the whole. So to me, size does matter because imagine, look at this, to this. I could put the whole of this in my mouth. I could put the whole of this in my mouth. Compared to this, I would have to like play with this. But a guy would have to be like really blessed to have this. So can you imagine if they have this size and a good stroke, you're going to have a really good time. But to each their own. If based on how your vagina is, the size and length of your vagina, and you enjoy having a small dick, penis, that's on you. To me, I just like to work with something. I just like to work with a little challenge, right? And it just feels good. As I said, I like to be filled up to capacity. I do not want any space left behind. And with this, it's going to give some space. That's all I'm saying. But to each their own. But to me, size does matter because if they have something small, that's just a lot of work. That's just, yeah, I don't know. But guys could be very skilled. All right. So leave your comment in the box. Let me know. Does size matter to you?
Man, I gotta take a goddamn cold shower after that one, yo. And you know goodness goddamn well I'm gonna leave some comments. If y'all think I'm capping, y'all can go check her goddamn comments. Yo, y'all see how she goddamn was playing with them goddamn cucumbers, yo. That's why I told y'all about them fucking myths, man. Motherfuckers keep acting like they all goddamn holy roly and shit. Yeah, they holy roly, all right, screaming Jesus and shit in a different way, and not in church neither. Y'all know this shit was a good one. Sir early ENC King Cock edition.